Welcome back to Techi Jack. Today in this video, we are going to see the real world scenario, how dual MX record usually works to make the email server redundant. We have a working example set for this, which we will understand in a while. As you already know that email server is a critical part of any business, so you should seriously think to make it redundant and highly available to minimize the business loss. So let's move further and know what is MX record, therefore how it works. You might be aware of this, but in simple words, it's a DNS record for a domain to exchange the mail and help us to receive an incoming emails from the other domains on the internet. If you see the image here, with the help of this MX record, because it's pointing to mail.techijack.net and we have a domain here techijack.net, so the MX record for this is pointing to mail.techijack.net. So anyone sending an email from the outside world, due to this MX record, we will receive the email to techijack.net domain. In a simple word, you can say MX record help us to receive an incoming emails in our organization. There can be a different approach for setting 2 or 3 MX records. It totally depends on the need of your organization. Here if you see the example, like the root domain is techijack.net, we have a 3 MX record. One is pmg.techijack.net, other one is mail.techijack.net, and the third one is dell.techijack.net. And if you see the 10, 20, 30, these are the priority. That means the lowest priority means the high preference and the highest priority means the lowest preference. In this case, first of all, the mail will be received by pmg.techijack.net because it has a lowest priority, it has a high preference. And if in case it is down, it will go to the 20, after that it will go to the preference 30. So you can have a different email server with the different MX record. It totally depends on your company scenario, how you want to implement it. So let's see our scenario here. And we are handling this to make our email system more secure, redundant and highly available. If you see here, domain is techijack.net and the DNS name for MX record is mail.techijack.net, and here you can see the priority 0 for pmg.techijack.net, and here I have a Promox email gateway server. First of all, I am pointing my high preference to the Promox email gateway server, so it will receive my email first and then it will relay to my exchange server. So I have set the priority of 0 to this, and the another priority is set to the mail.techijack.net, that is the 20. When someone send an email to a domain like techijack.net, it will see the @ sign and it will go to the DNS manager of my public DNS. It will look for the MX record and it will see the pmg.techijack.net is a high preference value with the 0, so it will try to deliver the message to this pmg.techijack.net. And once the message is delivered here, we are filtering the message for the spam, virus and malwares here. Once the mail is checked for all these things and found cleaned, it will relay that email to the exchange server. So we are using as a security of our emails, like checking and filtering the email on the Promox email gateway server and then relaying our email to the exchange server. It goes like this if everything is working perfectly fine. Now let's try to simulate the failure of any of the site. For example, this is a primary site, and if something happens to this server and the server got failed, so what will happen? Again, the same thing will happen. Like if someone tried to send an email, it will check for the priority 0, that is pmg.techijack.net, but it is offline now. There's no internet connectivity or anyhow it is down. In this scenario, it will first identify that pmg.techijack.net with the high preference, the server is down, it cannot make the communication with that server, so it will try to send the email to this priority like mail.techijack. So the mail.techijack.net is pointing to our exchange directly, and our exchange is configured to receive the SMTP email from the other server as well. In this way, we can still receive the email if our primary site is down. This make it redundant because if my primary site is down and it is switched to the secondary site and the service is not interrupted, we are still able to receive the email. That means we have a redundancy. Now let's think the vice versa. If our secondary site is down, then what will happen? You can see the preference is 0 to pmg.techyjack.net, and if someone send an email to our domain, it will received by the pmg.techyjack.net first due to the low preference in the MX record. But now what about the relaying of the mail because our secondary site is down? In this case, if our Promox email gateway server finds that the secondary site is down, it will hold and queue the email until exchange on another side is up and able to receive an email. You can though configure this gateway accordingly. Usually by default it holds an email up to 5 days, and I hope within the 5 days or less than 5 days you will make your server up, and then all the emails will be delivered to the respective exchange server mailboxes. So by configuring our system like this, we have make our system highly available and redundant as well. How? If you see, if the servers are down or if the internet is down, still we can hold the emails until service is up and running again. And if in case our primary site get failed or internet get failed, like complete site is down, we can still receive the emails to our exchange server. Now we have a 2 incoming routes with MX records from different location, which makes it redundant and highly available. We are making our system redundant, and due to redundancy it is highly available now. Guys, not only this, there are other ways as well, where if you have more resources, you can make it more secure and more highly available by implementing DAG and extending it to multiple sites for site resiliency, and putting 2 email filter server like Proxmox or Exchange Online Protection. As promised, to show you the real world scenario, in our next video we will see the complete demonstration of site failure and email flow. Please feel free to comment if you have any question related to this video, or if in case you have any query related to Exchange high availability, Exchange migration to Microsoft 365, hybrid Exchange or IIS web server, feel free to contact at info@techyjack.com. I hope you found this video useful. Let's meet in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon to get notified whenever I post new content.